Hey guys, Lordy here, bringing a new review today, and that today is of the Stick to Your Guns record entitled Diamond. Alright, and I've got this piece of paper here, so if you see me looking at it, any other times, because I've got notes written down, so I can, just chart off them, because there's a lot of information to retain. Alright, starting off, it is released on Sumerian Records, which if you know too much about Sumerian Records, they have a wide diversity of bands, but they're just such a huge company, and a lot of people bash at them, but that's just whatever. It is about 32.6 minutes long, so it's not really too long of a record, because anytime I pick up a record, it's anywhere from 40 to 45 minutes, sometimes longer, depending. It is 12 tracks, and for me personally, I wish it was a lot longer. I wish there was more music. I didn't really know anything about this band. I've heard of their name, but it's not like I owned previous records and I knew, oh, I cannot wait for this. It was just, I heard a couple songs from before, and I heard it was releasing, so I just thought, why not? I'll pick it up, see what I think of it. And it was released, I think, earlier this week. It was Monday, Tuesday, Sunday. It was very recent. So this CD is still fresh, so I know a lot about it because I've listened to it a bunch, but I don't know, like, perfectly everything, so please bear with me. It starts off, when I first started listening to it, it had this sound clip of, I can't really remember, but I'm sitting there like, okay, and then it all comes in, I was like, wow, it's awesome, because if you're a fan of any kind of hardcore music, anything among that, I believe you're going to enjoy this, because yes, there are some clean vocals in it, but it's all the same guy who's doing the screaming, so I think it's pretty cool. But some of the singing in it, like the messages of it, is just so good. It just hits you. And that's what I'm gonna say about this record. Is it's a pretty ballsy statement, but this CD and a band like this is what gives me hope that music is still thriving today, and what is still great about this industry. Because, as you know, a lot of music is just, putting out whatever, but these guys are putting out stuff that's, like, you can relate to it in almost any way, whether it's, a past in your life or what you're going through now. It's like some of the messages really hit you in the heart, and it's just an overall good record. I mean, the guitars, they sound good. The drumming has a very nice, like, tight snare hit. It just sounds really good. And then the vocals, just really, kind of rough, but can be really clean. And it's so good. And they just recently, I released a video for We Still Believe. Now, when you watch that video, and I'll put a link in the description to it, when you watch that video, don't, be closed-minded and say, well, this kind of sucks as anything you described. It's not, because I guess I would say it's more of their, not really popular, but more singing songs, but it has such a good message. And if you notice in there's actually guest appearances of Ghost Inside, Chris Motionless, and a couple other people. I actually think it's an overall good record, and the message of the song is even better. And like I said about the messages of them, that I have, the paper here, and I wrote down some lyrics that really, hit me, just like, wow, and we can relate with that. And a song called Ring Loud, Last Hope or something like that. Basically, I don't know if he's describing his friend or just someone he sees, but it's just, he says, my friend, what have you become? I see what you are, and it says, I see it in you, the war in your heart and the fire in your eyes, but we may fall, but we will carry on. And that, that's just, hope in itself, because you can relate to that in any way. And I think at one point, the vocalist from Story of the Year, Dan, or please excuse me if I messed that up, but I think he may have like a guest vocal spot on Singing That, because I noticed there's a big difference when the original vocalist and that part coming up. So if he's the guest vocalist in it, that's awesome, because it's such a good song, and you can find yourself almost chanting it throughout the day. And another one, the very first song called Diamond, but it's D in quotations I am Mond. It's, I guess, staying true to yourself and not lying and not really caring, because it goes through everything. Say like, I am honest, but I am a liar. I am this, but I am that. And then it says, you know, I am most importantly never concerned with what I am not. I am forever more than just surviving. This is my life, and this life is my diamond. That, I don't know, like I said, these just such good lyrics. I can relate to it so well, but yet, you know, at the same time, you want to just, you know, be screaming them all the time with them, and it's so good. And the one that really hits me is Against Them All, and I think this song is about, I guess, you know, classifications, because us being a fan of these genres, there's always going to be someone putting you down or overlooking you or thinking you're not good enough because, you know, you listen to hardcore music or metal or whatever. And these right here, it says, young and angry, with every right to be bent out, not broken, hanging on by a thread, looked past by most, looked down on by all. We don't need them, it's forever us against them all, and we don't need them. That, you know, that you just want to just go outside and scream that in everyone's faces, you know, just be who you are, pretty much. That's kind of what I gathered from it, but that's just me. I don't know. These especially these ones are, you know, my favorite. My favorites on the record would definitely be, you know, like I said, Ring Loud, Diamond, Against Them All, We Still Believe, and a couple others. I think in actuality, I think just this whole CD is my favorite. I was going through listening to it before I even did this, and I couldn't really pick out songs like, well, this and this. They're all so good. They really are. And this, especially, like I was saying, this is a record, you know, you want to listen to all the time. It's so good, and it's like, I drive to school every day. I drive about 30-40 minutes depending, you know, it's in a whole other town to get to my college, and I've been listening to this lately, and it's, you know, the weather's been nice, so it's a record you just want to put in your car, roll the windows down, turn it up extremely loud, and just drive and just chant along with it, scream, sing, whatever you want to do. It has that, you know, vibe towards it, and it's so good. But I guess I can't really say too much else about this record, so I'll put it in closure. I would instantly give this a 9.5. I'm rating it that high, and I would give it, knock off the 0.5 is because of these sound clips. I think they didn't really overuse them, but some of them are just kind of, you know, I don't really want to hear this. I just want to hear you guys play, because I'm very picky with bands that use sound clips. You know, sometimes they're overused, sometimes they're just this and that. But I really didn't, you know, feel the necessity for them to put them in here. But some of them are really good. I think it was the end of Against Them All or something. It has one about you know, the church and gay people, and that one will open your eyes. It really will. And Chris Motionless put on his Twitter, and I agree with this statement. He said, I'm calling this now that this Stick to Your Guns record or the new Ghost Inside will be record of the year. And so far, I agree with that, because this, I've downloaded, I'd say 6 CDs or gotten quite a bit, you know, since 2012. And this one so far is the one that's sticking out and punching me in the face, because it's so good. Like I said, pick it up. I'll leave a link in the description for the We Still Believe video. You know, it's a really cool video, and don't just, like I said, don't just judge it off that one song. And you know, tell me what you guys think of this. After this, go download it, listen to it on YouTube. They, you know, they got songs that are all on there, so, you know, listen to it and come back and tell me what you think, or if there's any other reviews that you want, because so far I'm getting back into this, so I'll be reviewing or talking about something through what's happened in our world at least every day, at least one video every day. So come back, you know, leave me your feedback, and also I'll leave a description or link, to my my Twitter account, and you can follow me on there, contact, talk to me, whatever. You know, I'm not a stingy bastard. So, and also be sure to, you know, to follow me, because if you're a gamer at all like I am, I'll put on there if I'm having open lobbies or whatever games I'm playing, if you may want to hop on too. So, you know, it's just whatever, you know. Check it out. Check this record out. Please, please. 9.5, like I said. And that is about it, and I thank you for watching.